Year 1. The cost of always being too kind. Too many people walk through life believing that being nice means allowing others to mistreat them. They confuse kindness with weakness, forgiveness with silence, and peace with submission. But there is a dangerous price to pay when you keep allowing others to hurt you without consequence. Every time you swallow your pain just to keep things calm, you lose a little more of yourself. You start shrinking your voice, dimming your light, and doubting your worth. Kindness is a beautiful strength, but it becomes destructive when it has no boundaries. When you let people take advantage of your patience, you're not being kind, you're being drained. The truth is, the more you tolerate, the more they test you. The more you forgive without change, the less they respect you. You can't teach people how to love you if you keep accepting the same hurt without standing up for yourself. At some point, you must ask yourself, why do I keep letting them do this? And the answer is often fear. Fear of being alone, fear of confrontation, or fear of losing someone. But what's worse, losing them or losing yourself in the process. You deserve peace, not pain. You deserve to be surrounded by people who protect your feelings, not those who repeatedly crush them. So the next time someone crosses a line, remember, silence doesn't heal disrespect, boundaries do. Two, boundaries are not barriers, they're protection. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you're cold or unkind, it means you've finally decided to stop bleeding for people who never cared when you were hurting. A boundary is not a wall that shuts people out, it's a filter that keeps the wrong ones from getting in. You have every right to protect your peace, to say no, and to walk away when someone keeps disrespecting your heart. Most people who dislike your boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. They'll call you selfish or changed, but that's only because your limits inconvenience their control. Don't let guilt make you reopen doors that lead back to pain. True love and respect don't fear boundaries, they honor them. Your boundaries teach others how to treat you. They remind the world that your time, energy, and emotions are sacred. They're a declaration that says, I choose peace over pressure, dignity over drama. You don't owe explanations for choosing your mental and emotional well-being. You owe yourself the safety of knowing that your heart is not an open battlefield. The moment you build boundaries, you stop being everyone's emotional punching bag and start becoming your own protector. 3. The power of consequences. Every relationship, friendship, family, or love must have consequences. Not out of revenge, but out of respect. Because if someone can hurt you, lie to you, or disrespect you without facing any consequence, they'll never learn to value you. Consequences teach accountability. They remind others that access to you is a privilege, not a right. When you forgive without change, you reward bad behavior. When you allow constant disrespect, you enable it. You can still be compassionate and firm at the same time. You can still love people and walk away when they repeatedly hurt you. True strength is not in holding on, it's in letting go of what no longer values your presence. Consequences are not cruelty, they're clarity. They tell others that your love has limits, and your patience has an end. Sometimes the greatest lesson you can give someone is your absence. Not because you stopped caring, but because you finally started caring about yourself. When people realize that your peace is not for sale, they'll either rise to meet your standards or lose the privilege of your presence. Either way, you win, because your peace stays intact. 4. Choosing yourself is not selfish. We're taught to always give, to always forgive, to always be the bigger person. But being the bigger person doesn't mean letting yourself be broken. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. It's the moment you finally understand that not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Some people belong in the audience, far away from your energy. When you start prioritizing yourself, people will notice the shift. The same ones who used to take advantage of your silence will start saying you've changed. But that's the point, you should change. You're not meant to stay the same version of yourself that allowed disrespect, tolerated manipulation, or begged for basic decency. Growth demands change. Choosing yourself means walking away from what drains you, refusing to participate in toxic cycles, and giving your energy only to those who reciprocate it. It's realizing that you can't heal in the same environment that broke you. You owe it to yourself to rebuild your peace, to rediscover your power, and to stand tall, even if it means standing alone. The moment you choose yourself, the pain loses its power. 5. Reclaiming your power and peace. You were not born to be someone's emotional punching bag. You were not created to carry everyone else's pain while ignoring your own. You have a voice, a choice, and the right to demand respect. The moment you stop letting people hurt you without consequences, everything changes. Your confidence grows, your peace returns, and your spirit heals. Reclaiming your power means saying, I will no longer explain why I deserve respect. I will no longer justify why I walked away. I will no longer apologize for protecting my peace. You become unstoppable when you realize that peace is worth more than people. When you stand firm in your boundaries, you attract those who respect your strength and repel those who feed off your weakness. Remember, self-respect is not arrogance, it's awareness. You're not punishing people by walking away, you're protecting your soul from unnecessary suffering. Let this be the season where you stop tolerating emotional abuse disguised as love, manipulation disguised as care, and silence disguised as peace. Stand tall, speak your truth, and let every consequence be a reminder. You are no longer a victim of others' actions, but the protector of your own peace.